Hello everyone, hope everybody's doing great today. Appreciate those who watch this video. I hope you enjoy it. And today we're talking about The Gold Rush, starring Charlie Chaplin. And of course, I know who Charlie Chaplin is, but this is the first movie I actually seen of him. I've always seen clips of Charlie Chaplin, but I never sat through a whole feature film with him. I figured a long time ago I did a movie review about Buster Keaton and one of his called The General. I figured, you know what, I don't really mind silent movies all that much, especially if they're good. I heard Charlie Chaplin's a legend, so let's check out The Gold Rush. I was kind of surprised because when it said The Gold Rush, I was thinking California, but no, he takes us to Alaska, the Alaskan Gold Rush. And as you see below me, behind me, not below me, but behind me, got lots of snow. And I was kind of impressed with the visuals of this movie. You got like cliffs, you got like snowstorms. You got a part where there's like a snow slide. What do you call it? Avalanche? Snow slide, whatever. An avalanche. I could already say mudslide, right? But it's not snow slide. Anyways, an avalanche. I thought that was very well done and crafted in this. So I was kind of impressed with like some of the, would you call them special effects, I guess, of the movie. Were very well done, especially for me. I think it was very well done considering that time period. It looked pretty realistic, especially compared to some kinds of CGI looks terrible these days. But in this one, I know there's no CGI in this one, so the visual effects were very well done and crafted in this one. Really felt like they were in Alaska. Maybe they were, maybe they were. I don't know where it was shot. I imagine it was shot in Hollywood somewhere. There were some ridiculous parts of this, though. This kind of cartoonish. There's a part where a storm pushes their cabin all the way to the edge of the cliff, and it's walking back and forth. It's still done pretty good, I know. But like I said, it's kind of cartoonish. So there's some cartoonish scenes in this movie. There's a scene where they're starving for food. They haven't eaten for days. They actually pulled up one of Charlie Sheen's Chaplin's boots, and they eat the leather because they're so hungry for food. But his good old buddy friend who he's with keeps on imagining that Charlie Chaplin's turning is a big tall chicken, and he's trying to maybe eat Charlie Chaplin. So the movie does kind of have some themes like that about food, like the need for food, for survival, what people might do to survive these circumstances. Of course, we got the good old Donner Party, right? From the California Gold Rush. Is that what they were doing when they got caught in that snowstorm? Going out there to look for gold, or was it just to settle? I can't remember my history there, but I do know that they were eating each other, for sure. Okay, but anyways, going back to the movie here, I do kind of theme that's still about women. Women's always done what they've been doing, even 100 years ago. You got a woman in this one, a female lead, and her friends kind of play with Charlie Chaplin's character's feelings. She knows that he likes her, and she kind of plays that with him. That's just nicer than the other girls, but the other girls are really making fun of him behind his back, even to his face. He just doesn't catch on to it, I guess you can say, because he's kind of naive in that way. But they are playing with him, he invites her to the party. He's like, yeah, we'll be there, and supposed to be there 8 o'clock. They don't get there until 1 or 2 in the morning. I think he's gone at that time because it's been so long. So you got her kind of playing along. And then there's a guy who likes her, but she doesn't really like him because he's kind of like a thug, but he has money. So she's kind of leaning toward him. Only thing she really likes about Charlie Chaplin, the Tramp's character, is that he's kind of interesting and kind of like an oddball. She wants to be with somebody who's kind of like that interesting thing, because it kind of makes you wonder how long that would last, that relationship, once she gets kind of bored with his antics. So you got kind of theme, if you're somebody that's like, relationships, they're all going down in the gutter these days. Just watch a good old-fashioned movie and you'll realize nothing's really changed in the past 100 years. Probably nothing's changed since the existence of man. It's all the same. It's just little differences here and there. And maybe the relationships are a little bit more fragile these days, because it's so easier to get a divorce and break up to get married than it was in the past. And in the past, but I don't know. Here I'm giving relationship advice. We won't stop doing that right now. But this movie just kind of show that relationships, how women's treated a man and man's treated a woman. Nothing's changed in the past 100 years. This is a 1930, 1925 movie, maybe 1928. I don't know. It even says on the title. Anyways, this is an old movie. It's about 100 years. If it's not 100 years old, I did get some good laughs on this, but I feel like they kind of drug out the comedy in this. Is like, okay, that was funny, but 5 minutes of you doing the same thing is no longer funny like it was when it first happened. So I kind of feel like the comical scenes kind of carry on a little bit too long. Like there's a scene where the house is tipping back and forth with the scene. It's like, yeah, that's pretty funny at first, but 10 minutes later, I don't know if it's 10 minutes, but it felt like 10 minutes. It's like, this is getting kind of dull. There's a scene where they got both doors open and there's like a big snowstorm blowing them through it and stuff. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Okay, 5 minutes later, can we kind of stop this? Can we move on with the story? Or are you just trying to drag this out? So there was some scenes for me personally, I felt like that they kind of dragged out the gag longer than they should have been. You kind of like you're laughing and you're like, all right, this is getting old. Can we move on? Can we get these characters doing something different? Do got a little bit of human greed in this movie as he's working with his partners. You got one partner who's really greedy, is trying to backstab his companions. Of course, they do kind of move in on him. Charlie Chaplin's character at the beginning is not really a good guy. He kind of forces himself and kind of takes the original owner of the cabin. It kind of takes it over a little bit. I know it's freezing outside, but they kind of make that guy like the oddball man out a little bit. Trying close to kind of bully him a little bit. Of course, he tries to bully them, but then they, once they fight back and they kind of treat him like pretty bad, if I remember right, afterwards. So you do got kind of like, partners. Who can you really trust? You got women issues here. His woman he likes doesn't really like him. The ending, you guys see how like the ending scene where he's a rich guy and they have him dressed up like a bum, and and then before that even happens, you have like the ticket master guy, going around checking everybody's tickets. So you kind of get the feeling like, oh, I know where this is going to go. They're going to throw him out because he thinks he's a bum, even though he's now a millionaire because he found all his gold. Spoiler alert. So that one to kind of see where it's going, where that storyline is going. But they do kind of change it up on you a little bit where, you think he's going to get thrown off the ship. And turns out he has people he has good friends who sticks up for him. And the woman he loves comes to the defense and is willing to pay his ticket, even though at that time she thinks he's a poor bum. So you do got a good turn of events. You do got some good character growth in this from our female lead and our male lead. Well, I recommend this. I don't know if you like silent movies, you might like it. If you've never seen a Charlie Chaplin movie, it's definitely worth watching just so you can see it. Say you saw a Charlie Chaplin movie, instead of the little 5 or 10 minute clips you'll see when other people talking about him. That's worth it. I guess another one, I hope it's a little bit better, on Amazon Prime. Might check it out sometime, because I did enjoy it, but I didn't enjoy it that much. Didn't really get why he's a big movie star from this movie. But there's another one called City Lights. Willing to check that one out. Anyways, have a great day. And if you've seen The Gold Rush with Charlie Chaplin, let me know if you liked it or not. I don't know if he's better than Buster Keaton or not. Buster Keaton has a lot more physical comedy and stunts and stuff. So I kind of enjoy the general a little bit better in that regard. But I don't know. I'll check out another Charlie Chaplin movie and see how it goes. Anyways, have a great day, and hopefully you enjoy this. Bye.